And this is something that I learned over time as well. When I first started, I didn't know how to present or what information to give. So I struggled a lot and I just continue to learn. Yeah. So don't give up if you're here for the first time or you're an existing user, brand partner, and you're loving the technology. Just continue to learn. Okay. Most importantly, listening, after learning, you have to go out and implement it. Yeah. So a lot of people, they have too much information, but they do not go out there and try to present it to people, or they're afraid of rejections. Okay. So the more we fail, the more we get rejected, the better we become. Yeah. So this is something that I want to share my screen, and I want you guys to take notes and make sure that everything that I will be presenting in this next 15 minutes, you guys will catch it, yeah? Okay. So let's all learn together. And okay. Can you guys see my screen? If you can see my screen, type in the chat box 222, yeah? 222 if you can see my screen. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Okay. Let's see. If you have any questions, you can always type it in the chat box. And how many of you here are looking at this brochure for the first time? Can you type in the chat box 222? First time. Okay. So this is available in Malaysia, in Jinlong's office. You can purchase from there. Or Singapore. If you're in Singapore, you can always check with your sponsor. Jennifer, all right, 222, Pearly Tan. Okay. Charlie Chin. All right. Okay. Yes. If you're in Singapore, you can always refer to your sponsor in Singapore and see how you can get a copy of this. Okay. So this is a very handy brochure because everything that you need to know about the company, the technology, and David Smith, the founder, he actually everything Jinlong has summarized in this brochure. Okay. So let's get to it. And if you look at this first page, the cover of this brochure. Oh, the slide is not in presentation screen. Let me see. So you can't see my slides, is it? A minute. Thank you for informing, huh? Hang on a minute. Okay, I've shared the screen. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see my screen now? It shows the stem cells light brochure. Can, huh? All right. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, fantastic. Okay. So now if you look at this brochure, there's a man and there are different kind of light emitting from their body, from his body, right? This man. Okay. So what does this really mean is that our body has light. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Leslie. I've got it. Okay, great. Okay. So this means that all of us are light being. Now, if you actually rub your hands right now, or you touch your neck or your face, is it warm? So this is what we call energy. Okay. So our body has different lights, different colors of light. So that is energy representation. Okay. So what is this got to do with stem cells, light and stem cells? So this is something that I find very interesting because this man right here, who is a world-class scientist, David Smith, right? So he's also the founder and CEO of LifeWave. Now, he has a very extensive research and development on human nature and how the nature beings can actually exist, like lobster, up to and above 100 years old. Yeah. So a lot of sea beings, okay? Sea living beings, living creatures, they can live a long, long time. Yeah. How is that possible? And he said this once in one of his video that human beings can live above 120 years old. Okay, provided that we have the right environment for our body cells to live. Okay, so his extensive research actually go along the line of nature, which I really love. Okay, and basically 23 years ago, he developed LifeWave patch technology for the US Navy SEALs, a project that he was involved in. Yeah. So this mini submarine project requires Navy SEALs to be under water, under the sea, under the sea for 60 hours. So they didn't want to be dependent on caffeine stimulants or chemicals. That's why the first patch, which is called Energy Enhancer, was actually developed for the US Navy SEALs to boost their stamina, to boost their alertness, their focus during these exercises. Okay, so David Smith is an inventor of technology, yeah, and it's actually world class, okay, because his technology development is actually very, very futuristic, okay. So if you look at the right side of this brochure, it says here revolutionary inventor. Yeah, before actually launching LifeWave, this company. Okay, so that is a little brief history of what he does. And he is a scientist with conscience, yeah, and a love for humanity. So that's why his inventions largely actually revolves around making humanity better. As we all know, there are a lot of things that are going on in the world today. You know, it's just crazy what's happening in the Middle East and stuff like that. Yeah. So we are really blessed to be in this community where we can shed light and share light to people around us. Yeah. So a lot of times, the world is not in a very, very good state. Okay. And we all try to maintain positivity. And by being in this community, learning from other people, we get to be able to be more positive daily. Okay. So his inventions also involves radiation reduction shield. Humanitarian drone. You can actually YouTube this. It's already launched, right? So he has a technology that can convert plastics into energy. Yeah, can you imagine when the world is so polluted with plastic, they are non-degradable. Yeah, he's coming up with this technology where you can turn plastic into energy to supply to homes, okay, electricities and things like that. Okay, so he's also working on this photo agriculture organic system. Yeah, so it's actually very powerful because you can actually have this system and grow your plants at home. Yeah, for own consumption. Okay, so this is something that is actually pretty interesting. Yeah, and the upcoming inventions, if you look at all this, right, oxygen enricher. So he has this plankton project in sea, okay, which he has started, yeah, that actually generates more planktons to produce more oxygen to the world. Yeah. So that's why if you look at all these very powerful inventions, yeah, and it's actually pretty exciting. Okay. Age reversal apparel. I don't know what that is. Yeah. So apparently when you wear whatever apparel that he's creating, your body cells can actually reverse in age. It's crazy, yeah. So age reversal water, this is coming in 2027, yeah. It's called X2O to Malaysia, yeah. So if you understand plain water has no structure. That means when you drink the plain water, it doesn't carry benefits to the body. Okay? So when you drink structured water like X2O, what happens is that the cells in your body, the structure can actually penetrate deeper into the cell for the cells to perform at optimum. Yeah. So when your cells are performing at optimum, your cells age can actually reverse. It's amazing. Yeah. So energy recharging so far, I have no idea what that is again. Okay, gene resetting machine sounds incredible. Biomimetic enhancer. Yeah. So all these are basically his very creative invention. Okay, and we are excited to be able to see all this in the next 5 to 10 years. Yeah, that's coming up. And LifeWave is 100% owned by David Smith. Okay, world class R&D lab. Okay, fully automated. Two plants. Two factories, one in Ireland and the other one in San Diego. So if you look at the packing behind your sleeve, your Aeon, it says there from Ireland, manufactured in Ireland. Yeah, and then they disperse it. Okay, so that is how we can actually excite your prospects here with all this little information. Okay, because if people just look at a patch, they wouldn't understand what it is. Okay, so that's why it's up to us how we want to deliver the message across. Yeah, because people are skeptical, and is there people are even more skeptical these days compared to a year before. Okay, so these are things that we need to keep updating ourselves and come to Zoom and learn as we go. Okay, so the next page, this is a very interesting diagrammatic. Okay, and I do not actually read line by line. Yeah. So this kind of information, after you have explained it briefly to your prospect, you have presented in a very short and precise manner, they can take back the brochure and go back and read the details. Okay. So our duty is to make sure that they catch certain exciting information of this technology. Okay. So in this manner, what happens is that we all get energy from the sun, yeah, according to the diagram, okay? And the plants, the crops, the vegetable absorb the energy from the sun, and the animals in turn eat the plantation, okay? Eat the veg, eat the crops, yeah? So then we in turn eat the animals and the veg and the plantation, yeah? So this is something that the energy is actually transferred into us, okay? So you see that little human being where the light is coming out from the body, is the same representation where I was talking about the first page. This one. Yeah. It says like with stem cells. Okay. So we are getting there. And I like to ask people, what do you understand from this first page? And then only then I go on explaining. Right? So we are all light beings. So this different energy being emitted, released from our body can only be seen with a special thermal camera scan. Okay, so you have red, blue, yellow, green. Yeah, so this is actually standard for any kind of living being. Yeah, so if you go through the airport custom during COVID times, COVID time, they actually have a special camera, remember? And they will stop you and they'll look at what color your body is. Okay. So if your energy is predominantly red, that means 90% of your body is red, right? You have cough, flu, fever, you have high inflammation. Custom will stop you, they'll quarantine you. But if you're healthy, you're blue and green. Okay. So this is what our body is. Yeah. And it can only be detected through a special camera. Yeah. So this is something that is very important when you tell people, because we human beings, we can't see this kind of colors in our body. Okay. We call it aura, right? So if you look at what's in the patch, okay, and why is it so powerful? Actually, everything inside is just made of organic substances, organic crystalline amino acid. Yeah. Water, a bit of sugar, and then oxygen. That's it. Yeah. So what happens is that when you patch it on your skin or anywhere on your body, the organic crystals actually starts to melt, and it forms a little mirror. Yeah. So that little mirror, when the energy is being released every single second, the mirror acts as a reflector and reflects the energy back into your own body for faster self-healing. Yeah. So the patch is actually a mirror, it's a reflector, and it reflects your own body energy for faster self-healing. That's how the technology works. Very simple. Okay. So it says here, right? The patch reflects specific wavelength of lights. So the optical active nanocrystal mixture in the patches function as reflectors that absorb and trap a large part of our body heat to reflect light in the visible wavelength range back to our body. Powerful. So this is backed up by science. Yeah, that's why I like this company. It's a science and technology company. And when you look at what is in our blood, okay, there is something called GHK copper peptide, that is the most important human peptide that we have naturally. Okay, so David Smith actually found out that light can actually trigger and elevate copper peptide production in our body. Now, what is the main function of copper peptide? Okay, is to reactivate our stem cells production. Yeah. So the best way to actually elevate copper peptide is to go under the sun for 10 minutes in the morning, for 10 minutes in the evening. Yeah. So that is the best way to activate your copper peptide. That's why when you see, right, during the height of COVID, a lot of people die, and doctors always say that, oh, they do not have enough vitamin D. Yeah, vitamin D. So where do you get vitamin D from? The natural source, from the sun. Yeah, people are not going out to the sun enough because vitamin D activates your immune system. It boosts your immune system. Yeah. So you see people with depression, anxiety, they do not like bright places. They like dark places. Yeah. So in order for them to become better and better, they need to go outside. Yeah. Be with nature, be with light. So that's why copper peptide is the most important human peptide. And it's actually discovered by scientist Laurent Picard 53 years ago. Yeah. So what happens was he actually observed that when liver cells from 60 to 80 years old were incubated with the blood from a younger age group, the older cells started to behave like younger liver tissues again. Yeah. So this is what scientist Laurent Picard actually discovered. Okay. So that's why now, if you see, there are a lot of copper peptide injections. If you go on TikTok and you type in copper peptide, you can see a lot of videos on copper peptide injections. It's blue in color. Okay, so that's why you see this the picture here, where it says light triggers biochemical changes. You see it's blue color. So that is the nature color of copper. Okay, so copper peptide can be injected, but the question is, where are they getting the source of the copper peptide from? Is it chemical? Yeah, because anyone can say anything on the internet, but there is nothing better than the own human peptide, which is inside your body. That is natural. Okay, so stem cells can actually heal tissues with the most extensive damage. That means if you have abundance of stem cells in your body, it can actually repair organs that are broken. Your cells, your liver cells, your heart cells, your brain cells, your eye cells, all this. Okay. So this is something that when we try to understand, why are people looking for stem cells injections? Why are people taking stem cell supplements? Yeah. It's because we all want to have longevity. Longevity doesn't mean that you can live until 200 years old. Yeah. I want to live, as long as I'm living, I want to be healthy. That's it. Yeah. I don't want to fall sick. Like I want to minimize the risk of actually going to the hospital, taking medication and stuff like that. Yeah. So this is something that you have to really be able to explain this to your prospect. Yeah. So the next page actually states this. When you actually use X39 Aeon, if you look at this, right, X39, you can patch it behind your neck for 12 hours. And the main function of X39 is clinically proven to elevate your copper peptide, to activate your stem cells. That's why after using for some time, people feel better in terms of better energy, better sleep. Okay, they look younger. Yeah, because they can sleep well, so they're more vibrant. Yeah, their mood is better, their digestion is better. So slowly, part by part of your body, you will feel better and better. Yeah. So when you add on Aeon at night, yeah, when you change to Aeon, it actually reduces the stress in your body and promotes relaxation. Yeah. So Aeon is very powerful to reduce stress, inflammation, and it helps you to relax. Yeah. So this is something that's very important because all of us are tense in a way. Yeah. We are in a highly stressed environment, especially if you're staying in city. Yeah. So this is something that if you don't do something about it, that inflammation can be cancerous. Right? So that's why it's so important to take a step back, relax, just like clear your mind and then go back to work again. Yeah. So I've seen so many young people collapse because of stress. I've seen so many young people they get cancer because of stress. So this is something that's very, very important. Yeah. And find time to exercise, go out, be with friends, family that cares for you, and care for them as well. Yeah. So if you look at the topography, yeah, this is the one that I was talking about, the special camera thermal scan. Okay. So even on animals, you can see that after using the patches, you can see that the redness, the infrared starts to reduce. Okay. So this is how powerful the technology is. So a lot of people ask, oh, can I do a test here to test whether the patches actually shows what it shows? I say can, but this kind of test is very expensive because it's required for you to go to a special lab to test it, and it's not cheap. So you don't have to go to that extent. We leave this all to the scientists and let them do the work. Our job is to make sure that we are healthy, our family is healthy, our friends that we care for are healthy. That's it. Okay. So why this combination? Yeah. Why X39 Aeon? So a lot of people ask, can I just use X39 or can I just use Aeon? Can, but both of them serve different purposes. Okay. So stem cells are attracted to site of inflammation. That means if you just use X39, the stem cells that are being reproduced is actually burned quickly by the inflammation. Yeah. So that is number one. Number two, if you use Aeon alone, there is no Aeon cannot increase copper peptide production. That means it cannot reactivate your stem cells. Okay. So then if you use both together, it's the best because when your inflammation is high in your body, Aeon is like the fireman. Can you see the little diagram there? It actually puts out the fire. So then when you use X39, your stem cells can reproduce faster. Yeah. So that's why this is the best combination. Even David Smith, he himself said it. Yeah, the founder. Okay. He said that the 10 patches in the company, this two is the most basic that people should start with. Yeah. So why do we recommend a minimum use of 3 months? Yeah. So on average, yeah, if let's say this year you are 60 years old, you use minimum of 6 months to see gradual progression in your own health. Okay. So a lot of people say, I cannot feel anything, I cannot feel anything. Yeah. But if you're using it consistently, yeah, it's actually your body internally is doing the repair works already. Okay. So this is something that you may not be able to feel the big difference. Yeah. So a lot of people they feel that, oh, after patching, I should be able to run 10 kilometers instead of 5. Actually, it's not like that. Okay. It's just that your internal will start actually repairing without you knowing. Yeah. It's like taking vitamin C. For 5 years, right? You don't feel much. You just feel that, oh, I fall sick lesser lor. When I fall sick, I recover faster. That's about it. Yeah. That means it's not saying that the vitamin C doesn't work. It's working. It's just that you don't realize it and your expectation is different. Yeah. You feel that, oh, after using something, I should have this kind of effect. Okay. So we need to manage expectation of people because a lot of people they want something that is like a big jump in their health. Yeah. When your health is really deteriorated, there's no way that you can go back 100% one at whatever age. Even when I'm 40, I'm in my 40s, I'm very different than when I was in my 20s. Okay. Energy wise and things like that. Okay. I've really slowed down a lot as well. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that I'm not healthy. It means that I'm just having a different set of priorities compared to what I was doing in my 20s. Okay. So this is something that you all can take home and do it in this presentation manner and so that people can understand. Okay. So you see, reverse aging takes time. Your brain 1 year, your bones 3 months, your blood 4 months, and so forth. Yeah. So that's why it takes time, guys. You have to be very patient in this. Okay. And our job as brand partners is to really to make sure that your people actually patch consistently every day. Yeah. You care for them once in a while, ask them how they're doing with the patches. Do they experience any discomfort and stuff like that? Like, what else can we do for you? Yeah. So this is our duty. Okay. And you need a great passion in actually doing this. Yeah. You really love to care for people. You want them to be well. Then, just do this. Okay. Right. And if you look at this page here, what is the definition of natural? That means it benefits all living things, from humans to animals to plants. So powerful, right? So all this, right, is really, really impressive. It's something that if you feed animals supplements, human dose supplements, they may not be able to take it. Or if you feed animals human dose syrup, they may not be able to take it. Yeah. Plants as well. Supplements, medication, they will die. Yeah. So that's why the patches are so powerful, because it actually benefits all living things. You can actually do little experiments and try it out. Yeah. After using it for 12 hours, X39, don't throw it away. Put it on your pets and see how they respond every single day. Okay? So this is something that is very fun and it works all the time, right? Okay. And then this page, it says that there are a lot of tools, right, that your prospect can actually scan and actually go through the tools. Yeah. So Jinlong has prepared everything for us to make it more convenient for us to be able to share this with a lot of people. Yeah. So we have international offices in KL, Bangsa South, Genong's office. Yeah. So if people want to look at the patents, honestly, I don't even understand what this is. The patents, like when I look at it, whoa, these are all by scientists, but it's very impressive because LifeWave has about 200 patents, and it's not easy to even get one patent in America. Okay, so they can scan this QR code and look at all the patents. Clinical studies all done by third-party doctors. This is important if you're talking to scientists or doctors or someone who's on a medically professional trained person. Yeah, so they want to look at all these studies. So the certification, Malaysia is under KKM, is under Medical Device Authority, and also the awards. Yeah, so it's endorsed by world-class athletes. And this is powerful because world-class athletes, they cannot simply use products. If they are caught with any substances, chemical, or any kind of chemically induced, yeah, supplements and things like that, they could be banned for life. Yeah. So if they can use it, that means it's safe for the rest of the regular people. Okay. So this is a short way of how you can actually pique your prospects' interests. Yeah. And this is something that you can take back and see how you want to practice this with your family, with your brand partners, and make it fun. Make it a role-playing session, and you can actually do better and better each time. Yeah. So that is the end of the first session. And in a while, we're gonna be actually going into the main session. Now, just now was a summary of what LifeWave is all about. Now, if you want a more detailed presentation, which I'm going to speak about shortly, this is the full presentation. Yeah. So when you have actually interest from prospect already, when they start using, right? When they want to come, when you invite them to Zoom, it's for them to understand the company better on Wednesdays, because Wednesdays are for those who are new, started to use, they want to understand the technology better. Yeah, which we welcome anyone as well. Okay, so then you can actually invite your people to come onto Super Wednesday, and then we'll do a product and technology presentation. Okay, so is to make them feel more comfortable and confidence when using the technology. Yeah. So thank you all for staying put. And for those of you who have just joined us, my name is Chin Hua. Welcome back to Super Wednesday. Today, I'll be presenting on X39 and Aeon. Yeah. So I just want to give you guys a brief introduction of who am I and what am I doing here. Yeah. So I was a practicing pharmacist for over 10 years in England and Malaysia. Yeah. So in these 10 years of my pharmaceutical journey, I work in hospital, retail, and corporate. And I've seen so many sick people that became very helpless because of long-term use of medication, never ending doctor visits, hospital visits is just painful to watch. So about 3 years ago, I decided to quit my job and venture into wellness because I was looking for a solution to see if there's something out there that doesn't require you to swallow, inject, or anything, right? And your health can still improve over time. And I'm so blessed that I found LifeWave. Yeah. So I'm close to 3 years of patching. By April this year, I will be actually completing my 3 years of patching. Amazing how time flies. So I'm glad that you all are here because if you are here for the first time and today is your first day of patching, 1 year from now, you will see a big difference in your own health. Yeah. So a lot of people are going to tell you, ah, yeah, it's not going to work one lah. Yeah. And you will, at times you'll also be dejected because you also feel that, hey, nothing much is going on while you patch. Yeah. But it's not like that, guys. If you really just give it time and you just go through this, right, you will see the difference in your own health. Okay. And make sure that you come to Zoom because a lot of people share their experiences using the patches, whether it's working well on them, whether there's any healing reaction, whether they are actually benefiting from it. Yeah. So we help to troubleshoot, and Zooms like this at 8:30 p.m. is actually very beneficial to the community. Okay. So that's why we are doing what we are doing here. And it's almost 3 years that I actually started presenting here as well. Yeah, so I want to thank you guys for giving me this opportunity, and also on Super Wednesday team, Alfred, Pochu, and Mr. Lingam. So we are together to bring more excitement to you guys. Okay, so let's get started. So if you look at LifeWave, the slogan itself, it's actually very captivating. The first time when I saw this company slogans are very important, by the way. Yeah. It's like McDonald's, it's a branding. McDonald's, I'm loving it, or KFC, finger licking good. Yeah. People remember it that way. So LifeWave's slogan is so powerful that it says live long, live well, live young. Yeah. So this is something that, wow, everybody wants, right? You look at it, it's like, whoa, what is this company? I want to know more. I want more information. Yeah. So if you look at a lot of big pharmaceutical companies, they don't even have slogans like this. Why? Because medicine is not meant to be used this way. Okay. So that's why there are a lot of things that after working in the pharmaceutical, I actually understood, yeah, is to really not to be used long term. Okay. So let's get started and get to know this gentleman who made it possible for all of us. Yeah. So David Smith, he is the founder, CEO, and world-class scientist. Okay. So for him, he has always been in the lab doing research and development. Yeah. So he said this in one of his video that ever since he was young, he wanted to be an inventor. And his dad laughed at him. He said there is no such job. Okay. So, but 20 years ago, he developed this patch technology. Yeah. And he brought LifeWave to the world. Okay. And then during that time, it was very little known to the world because it's something that's very new and people don't understand what it is. Okay. So there are a few times that the company almost went bankrupt. Yeah. So we are lucky that today the company is stable and is doing very, very well. Yeah. In order for David Smith to be able to continue to serve the community, we must be able to understand and help him spread this amazing technology to the world. Yeah. So he obtained 200 patents from the US government and over 80 clinical studies done. So this is a science and technology company. Yeah. So it's not a voodoo magic. Yeah. A lot of people look at the patch and say that, hey, what is this thing? You say you can do this and that. I don't believe. Yeah. But if you can actually explain well enough by not having people to judge what is the patch by just looking at it, people will give you an opportunity. Yeah. So that's why it's so important to understand this. Okay. And in America, it's actually classified as medical device here. Guys. Okay. So no drugs, non-invasive, no side effects. Powerful stuff. Okay. So when I saw this after working in pharmaceuticals for about 10 years, and I saw this, I told myself, how is this even possible? Yeah, I was very skeptical to be honest, but I gave myself a chance, yeah, to really look into this. Okay. So one of the most important patent actually came out in July 21st, 2020. And it says in this patent released by the US government, It says that X39 can activate stem cells through a non-transdermal container. Yeah. So it increases copper peptide GHK-Cu in our own body. Later, I'm going to be sharing with you, if you missed the first part, I'm going to be sharing with you what copper peptide is and why is it so important to us. Okay. So this is something that's very important and it's safe, nothing enters the body. So I keep asking myself, wow, I've seen so many medicine patches. All the patches that you patch on the skin, whether it's painkiller patch, whether it's hormone patch, everything requires drug to be delivered into the system, into our system for it to work. So when I saw this non-invasive, nothing enters the body. So how does this even work? Yeah. So this is a very good opener when you want to actually get your prospects attention, people's attention. Hey, you know what? This patch, nothing enters the body one. Huh? Nothing enters the body, then how does it work? So people ask you back this question. It's always like that, huh? Because we are so brainwashed, right? That there must be something entering the body, only something works. Correct or not? Yeah. So this is something that you look at it in a positive way. Yeah. Actually, you can use this in a very powerful manner. Okay. So try it the next time when you're talking to your friends and family. Hey, you know what? I tell you something. This patch, actually nothing enters the body one. They sure ask you question one. Huh? Nothing enters the body, then what does this do? Right? So you got an opener already. Okay. So why and how stem cells are important to us? Yeah. Because every part of our body derive from stem cells. Now, stem cells actually is basically developed from our mother's womb. Okay. And basically during that time, it starts to develop into fetus. Yeah. So your brain starts to develop, your eyes, you can see from this little diagram, right? Your nerve, your muscle, your skeleton. Yeah, it starts developing into a human. Yeah. So that's why stem cells are so powerful. Why people are looking for stem cells injections is because they want to look youthful. They want their organs to function properly. Yeah. So how do you get stem cells from? From another human being, from yourself, from animals, from plants as well. Yeah. Of course, the best source is from yourself, definitely. Okay. So this is something that if people if you go to a lot of wellness clinic nowadays, they offer stem cells injection. The first question you should ask is that where are the stem cells coming from? Yeah. Most likely they take from another person. Yeah. Women after delivery, a lot of them they don't keep the umbilical cord. Yeah. The freshest stem cells are in the umbilical cord. So what the hospital do is they extract it and they sell it to their patients. That's how they make money. And one injection can cost you between 50 to 100,000 ringgit each time. And you have to do it every single year. Crazy, yeah. So this is something that if you understand this, and everyone is talking about stem cells these days, yeah. Even GP clinics, the normal clinics, right? They don't want to sell antibiotics anymore. They don't want to sell cough syrup. They don't want to sell flu syrup. They want to do stem cells injections because it's highly lucrative. Yeah. So this is something that if you actually understand this, and next time you visit a wellness center, you find much more information there. Okay. So that's why people are looking for stem cells is for longevity. And if you need to explain this in a very layman term, take a building as an example. You need the foundation to be strong. You need sand, you need rocks, you need metal, yeah, to hold the building for hundreds and hundreds of years. Okay, same for our beauty, for same for our body as well. If we don't have a strong foundation of stem cells, our body will collapse. Our organs don't function properly. It's the same logic. Now, our Prime Minister Malaysia, ex-Prime Minister Mahathir, yeah, he's 101 this year. He just recently broke his hip and he's recovering well. For his age, at 101 years old, crazy, yeah. And he's not muscular. He's a very frail, I would say medium built man, yeah. But because he knows what to do with his body to achieve longevity, you see? So you don't have to be muscular to live long. In fact, bodybuilders that don't even live very long because they take so much of all this protein, they overload their body, their organs cannot function properly. and their heart is always pumping fast, 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 fast. Yeah. So this is something that they only live about, some 30, some in their 30s, some 40s. Recently, last year, Hulk Hogan passed away at 72. Yeah, he's also a muscular guy. So what we need to do is to understand how can we achieve longevity. Yeah. So we live the healthiest that we can. And the potential use of stem cells can be used for a lot of things. It's basically regenerating your entire body system. Okay, so you see stroke patients, they do stem cells injection, wound healing, diabetes, Alzheimer's, cancer, rheumatoid arthritis. So all these are basically, these are all very common diseases. Okay, but stem cells can actually help to improve these conditions. Okay, that's why it says potential use, right? But of course, one injection may not do it. People sometimes go for 10, 20 sessions. So you calculate lah, one injection, 100,000, 20 sessions is already 2 million. It's crazy. Okay. So stem cells were basically marketed to rich people those days. Okay. But now normal people can also afford it. I'll tell you why and how later on. Okay. So if you look at this particular certificate, it's actually very important and it's from KKM. Yeah. So Medical Device Authority, LifeWave is registered under Medical Device Authority. Yeah. So if any doctors they want to look at all this, guys, this certificate is very, very valuable. It's very powerful. Yeah. And it says everything about the company. Yeah. Because LifeWave actually positioned themselves a science and technology company that need all this certification. Okay, so this is our ex DG, yeah, health DG. Okay, uh, Noor Hisham, Noor Hash Hishamuddin, yeah. Okay, so he came to LifeWave to endorse the company is actually according to standard, yeah, when they started the company in Malaysia. Okay, so other doctors around the world are also using this technology, yeah, to help their patients to get well faster. You can actually YouTube them. Yeah, they are in YouTube. They speak about the technology and help how it helped their patients. Some of them are functional doctors. Functional meaning that they are more to the natural path. Okay, some are medical doctors. Okay, so different kind of specialty, right? And if you look at David Smith, he actually was invited by John Robert F. Kennedy, okay, Jr., to participate in cleaning up America's healthcare system. Yeah, this was about 2 years ago, but he rejected it due to his duties in LifeWave. Yeah, but this is a big deal, by the way, because he actually was invited because they saw the potential in what David Smith is doing to humanity. That's why America, the healthcare system is actually very, very badly affected. Okay. So they needed someone like him. But thank God that David Smith actually rejected. Yeah. So a bit about David Smith before LifeWave, right? He was actually involved in mini submarine projects for the US Navy SEALs. Yeah. It was a government project. Okay. So this is something that actually kickstarted his journey in inventing. So those days, the US Navy need to be dependent on caffeine stimulants to stay awake underwater for 60 hours. Okay. And what David Smith did was that he was actually being instructed to create something to help the US Navy SEALs to not be dependent on caffeine or stimulants. Yeah, because it's very bad for health. Okay. So he created the first patch, which is called the energy enhancer. And it's still relevant till today. So a lot of people, when they actually put on energy enhancer, they can really feel the energy booster, especially if you're traveling on vacation and you have to move 10,000 steps a day. Okay. So then it actually helps you with that. Yeah. To give you more better blood circulation, stamina, and things like that. Okay. So this is something that the US Navy SEALs used to maintain their stamina and focus during the submarine exercise. Powerful. Okay. So this is something that you all can actually try out. And if you do sports and all that, right? this is the session for you, yeah? So during the Olympics, right, in 2004, okay, what happened was the legendary swim coach Richard Quick, six-time USA swim coach, yeah, he tried this technology on 8 of his lady swimmers from Stanford University, and 6 of them broke personal best record. Amazing, huh? By using energy enhancer patches during the trials. Okay. So because of this, the word spread and over 1,000 people want to come forward to become LifeWave distributors. Yeah. So this is so amazing that it came out in newspaper. You see here, July 31st, 2004, that David Smith and LifeWave actually went into investigation by World Anti-Doping Agency. Yeah, because they thought that there was something inside the patch that caused these 6 lady swimmers to break their personal best record. Okay, so this report came out. United States of Anti-Doping Agency. They looked into what was in this patch, the ingredients, and found out that there were no substance that were prohibited. Everything was organic, natural, and it was clear for athletes to use during their competition. Yeah. So if you look at this, right, a lot of famous athletes, Michael Phelps, multiple gold medalist swimmer, American. Yeah. David Beckham, Serena Williams, tennis world number one. Mike Tyson, when he was preparing for his fight as 58 years old, 2 years ago. Okay. So although he lost the fight, but he lasted the entire session. Yeah. For a 58-year-old, it's actually pretty powerful. Okay. And of course, if you look at his physics, right? His physique his body, he doesn't look like a 58-year-old athlete. Okay. So, and this man over 53 years old, 53 years ago, right? Scientist Lauren Picard actually discovered copper peptide. Now, just now I mentioned at the beginning of my presentation that I'm going to tell you a bit about copper peptide and why is it so powerful. What Lauren Picard did was actually he put 80-year-old liver cells into a blood of a person in their 20s. And the liver cells starts to behave like younger, healthier cells again. Yeah. So it turns out that it was the copper peptide that was causing the older cells to behave like younger cells. Copper peptide is the most important human peptide in our body, and it's inside our blood. So this is the secret to longevity. Yeah. So if you understand how our body works, this is the secret ingredient. Okay. Now the main function of copper peptide is to reproduce healthy stem cells again. Yeah. Can you see the relationship here? So what David Smith actually did was he did not actually reinvent something new. Okay, he actually went through a lot of R&D and he mimicked the nature on how they can actually live long enough. Yeah, and he found out that based on the research of Laurent Picard, he found out that by using light, it can activate our own copper peptide in our body to reproduce healthy stem cells. Copper peptide also helps to regrow nerve, tissue repair for the skin, lungs, bone, liver, stomach, every part. Okay. Copper peptide also has multiple anti-cancer activity and anti-inflammatory actions. Okay. So it can repair DNA. It can also detox your body. Powerful. So this is what your body can do. Okay. Now, LifeWave patches is only to assist your body to heal faster naturally. Right? So let's go into how is the relationship between the LifeWave patches and also GHK-Cu, the copper peptide. So LifeWave takes a new approach to phototherapy to increase the production of copper peptide in the body. That means if you have enough if your copper peptide levels are high in your body, your protection is much higher. Yeah. That means you have more insurance for you not to fall sick, for you to be protected against cancer, for your body to fight infections, COVID, influenza, TB. So your body will be stronger provided that your copper peptide levels are high. Okay, so this is how LifeWave can actually increase the copper peptide production in your body. Yeah. So if you look at this little human diagram, now these nature colors in our body, you can only see it with special thermal camera scan. Yeah. And every single second, your body is actually releasing heat, which is what we call energy. Yeah. So if you understand aura is basically a representation of your body energy. Yeah. So if you look at this diagram right here, every single second when I'm talking to you, energy is being released. Yeah. If I got no energy, I'll probably be lying down. Okay. And what happens is that when you actually use the patch, inside the patch is made of organic crystalline amino acid. The crystalline amino acid actually dissolves and forms a little mirror like this. Can you see this? Yeah. So this little mirror, the function of it, when your energy is being released every single second, the mirror actually traps the energy and reflects back into your own body for faster self-healing. That is how the patch works. It's a reflector of your own body energy for faster self-healing. Interesting, huh? So it's actually a very simple technology. Yeah. And it comes in the shape of a piece of paper. That's why people are very skeptical. When I first saw this, also, I was just very skeptical. Yeah. But please give it a try no matter what. Okay? You won't regret it. Okay? Give it long enough. Okay? So, as I mentioned earlier, even the research paper has to state what ingredient the patches are. Okay? Now, let's take a look at this. This is a sample of IceWave, this write-up, yeah, the R&D paper, okay? So it says here, right, that it contains a mix of amino acid, water, sugar, oxygen, and organic substances. So LifeWave products do not contain magnet, batteries, copper, or harmful metals. So people ask, is there any stones inside? Because some stones, when you put it on, right, it can reduce your inflammation one. Don't have. Is there any magnet base inside the patch? Don't have. Any chemicals? Don't have. No batteries, nothing, zero. Okay. So that's why it's so safe and it's so powerful because some people can really feel the difference after using the patches. Okay. So if you look at what X39 can do, it increases the copper peptide production in your system. Just now I mentioned, right? Copper peptide is the most important human peptide that we have. Yeah. It gives you multiple anti-cancer protection, manage your inflammation, it detoxes your system. Yeah. And the most important function is that it actually reproduces healthy stem cells in your body. So now, why I say normal human beings on average, those average earners, right, they cannot afford stem cells injection, they can use X39. Okay, so this is something that even a lot of people after doing stem cells injection, they will also use X39 to help to maintain the stem cells level because our cells die every single second. So X39 is a tool to assist our body to become healthier and healthier as we age, to minimize the damage in our body because inflammation is high these days, a lot of radiation, our food choices is bad, pollution and stuff like that. It actually destroy our cells faster. That's why there's so much more younger people that are falling sick. Yeah. So there's so much more cancer patients, compared to 30 years ago. Yeah. So this is something that we need to take note of. And if you look at X39 also improve short-term memory, improve quality of sleep and vitality over time. Yeah. Some people they can feel it within few days. Some people few months. It depends on how damaged our body is also. Yeah. We can't tell the stem cells, right, where to fix. Okay. Let's say today I have three conditions. I have a brain issue, I have an eye issue, I have a liver issue. I can't tell the stem cells to go and fix my liver first. Maybe my brain is the most damaged one. They will identify and they will start to repair places that are most crucial first. This is how smart our body is. Okay? All we need to do is to just patch consistently. Yeah. So these are some of the benefits of X39. Minor pain relief. Okay. Inflammation management, improve sleep, mental clarity, support wound healing, and improve skin appearances. Yeah. So all you need to do is to patch it behind your neck or below your belly button. That's it. So if let's say your skin itches, don't keep patching in the same spot. You move it down your spine. All right. Or you move it to places that do not itch. Let your skin breathe. Yeah. Don't keep patching in the same spot. It becomes red. Your skin tears. It needs to repair by letting it breathe. Okay. So move your patch around. Yeah. So all you need to do is to place X39 for 12 hours in the morning, nighttime. You change to Aeon for 12 hours. Okay. So this is a booster, Aeon. And why Aeon is so powerful? Aeon was developed in 2011. 2011, that's about 15 years ago. Before X39 came out in 2019, Aeon was the star of the company. Yeah. So a lot of people, when they use Aeon, right, they feel more calm. They feel more happy, they feel more relaxed over time. Okay. Because they sleep better and they basically when you are able to relax more, right, your inflammation is lower in your system. Yeah. And you're much happier also. So that's why we call this the happy patch. Because the longer you use it, people with depression, anxiety, people with low mood, after using Aeon for some time, you see that that person actually changes. Yeah. And you become more happy, become more positive, become more calm. Okay. Especially if you work in a high stress environment, you need this patch. Yeah. It's so powerful. It's my favorite patch by far. Yeah. And I say this is all based on clinical research. Everything that I said in this presentation is all based on clinical studies. It's not somebody say, oh, this patch work like this. It's not. It's all done by doctors, right? So research and development all done. Okay. So you look at this, right? The effect of Aeon patch can be relaxing as soon as 20 minutes after placement. Yeah. Some people feel the effects in less than 1 minute, especially for pain relief. Okay. So what Aeon actually does is that it improves the physiology function status of 7 organs. Yeah. So as measured by electro-interstitial scanning system. Okay. So the result of medical infrared measurement also say that pain levels reveal a consistent decrease when you use Aeon daily over time. Okay. So this is something that you cannot feel in your body one. But if you do a test like this, you can see the difference, right? And it's powerful. So this study provides supportive evidence that stimulating acupuncture points by Aeon has physiological effect by increasing parasympathetic activity of the autonomic nervous system. Okay, so it helps you to relax better over time. Yeah. So this is something that a lot of people after using Aeon, right? They say this, they say that their body feels more relaxed. On days when I used to feel any discomfort in my body, I feel calmer and less bothered by it. Because a lot of people they have unexplained pain that is in the body. You don't know why. Some days you wake up, wow, you just feel that my neck is hurting, my hip is hurting, my feet is hurting. So when you use Aeon, it actually reduces the frequency of this. Yeah, because if you go to doctors, they also cannot tell you why. They probably give you an injection or they put you on steroids. Yeah, if you're complaining too much about the pain. Yeah. So why bother? Because those are all short term. What the patches do is actually it actually helps you to clear inflammation long term. Yeah. So if you look at the another user, she said this. It's one of the emergency patches. It calms me whenever I'm stressed, especially at night, whenever I need a restful sleep. Also, whenever I'm in pain or inflammation in any part of my body, and when I'm feeling sick, Aeon is always there to rescue and I feel better. Amazing, huh? So if you have any pain, any migraine, any headache, right, just patch it and then it starts to clear off the migraine. Okay. So you look at this, right? Deb say this, 2 fingers below my belly button had a bone scan. Yeah, and it also improved, right? The bone density improved over time. Yeah, more strength with X39, endurance, and the mind became sharper as well. Yeah, so these are basically the claims that users are actually sharing because it's only through their experience that whatever that I showed earlier, if you look at this, the claims of X39 Can you see that people are backing this up? Yeah, based on what they experience and what the research paper is out with. So that's why David Smith, he's a scientist, right? He wouldn't simply make claims. Yeah. So I understand that there are a lot of companies out there that make claims it works, their product works, but they cannot show scientific proof. Okay, so this is very important. When people want to compare LifeWave and another company, right? There's no comparison one. Yeah. Because there is no scientific proof to a lot of things out there. But LifeWave has it. Okay. So let's take a look at this as well. Some people, when they actually put on the patch, they have healing reaction. We call it healing crisis. And healing crisis is something good. So congratulations if you feel a bit of headache, dizziness, you feel tired, brain fog, and things like that. Yeah, after applying the patch for the first few days. Okay, so some people when they actually experience this, they stop using because they're scared. So it's our duty of care to tell people, look, there is nothing wrong with this. It's just your body detoxing. Yeah, when your body is detoxing, it's actually clearing the inflammation. Now, I'll give you another example that if you take medication for migraine, it stops the migraine, correct? But the migraine can come back after a week or two, or every single month people get migraine. But when you use the patches, what happens is that you're clearing off the inflammation. Medication, example, you are actually taking out the carpet and sweeping the rubbish inside the carpet and then close it. That is what medication does. But LifeWave, you are removing the carpet, you are vacuuming all the rubbish again and again and again. So then your body becomes healthier and healthier. Can you see the difference? Yeah. So medication is meant to use short term to manage your symptoms only. It's not meant for long term use because there are a lot of side effects. And if you're on a lot of medication, you should use LifeWave patches to detox your system. Yeah, over time. Okay. So because all those are toxic, yeah. Medicine is all chemical toxins, yeah. So it's only meant to suppress the symptoms that you have. Okay. That's why you need LifeWave to detox your system. Okay. So why not we start from the safest and most affordable option? Okay. If you look at what I mentioned earlier, stem cells injection, it's about 50 to 100,000 won per injection. And you need to do it every single year. So this is the huge cost of longevity. Yeah. A lot of people they can still afford to do it. Okay. So by all means. But after doing injections, you can use LifeWave patches to maintain the healthy stem cells in your body before you go for your second injection. Yeah. So this is something that I always tell people, my clients who are already doing on stem cells injection. Yeah. So we can maximize with these two patches. X39, clinically proven to increase copper peptide, right? And then Aeon helps to reduce the stress in your body. Yeah, it promotes relaxation. So this combination is the most powerful one because every one of us has inflammation. Aeon acts as a fireman to put out the fire, and then when you use X39, your stem cells can regrow healthily. Yeah. So because stem cells are drawn to site of inflammation, and if you just use X39 alone, your healthy stem cells cannot regrow. Because the inflammation keeps killing the stem cells, right? The healthy stem cells. Okay. So this is a very powerful analogy. Okay. And you look at this particular anatomy, human anatomy, what this is that the most powerful and largest nerve in our body is called the vagus nerve. If you look at the yellow color, the line, right, it connects your brain to your gut system. So vagus nerve actually connects to all your major organs. Now, if you look at how the recommendation of LifeWave patches are, right, the positioning of it is always behind your neck or below your belly button. Why is that so? Because that is where the vagus nerve position is. So when you patch it behind your neck or below your belly button daily, what happens is that it stimulates your blood circulation to all your major organs. People fall sick is because they do not get enough blood supply in their organs, right? So if you do not have enough blood supply in your heart, you get heart issue, you get heart blockage. Yeah. If you do not have enough heart blood supply to your kidneys won't work properly. So that's why this is what we call a Western acupuncture technology, because it stimulates blood flow naturally. If you go to TCM acupuncture, they also look at meridian points to poke the needles in. But the needles doesn't contain any drugs. Nothing. It's only a transfer energy into your body to make your blood circulate. Yeah. But you need to go very frequent. And depending on your condition, you need to poke much more in order for your blood to flow. Yeah. But LifeWave patches are so easy and simplified. No pain, no needles, just patch. Yeah. So that's why this is what we call the Western acupuncture technology. Okay. If you want to explain this very easily to people, you just ask them, have you heard of acupuncture? But this is what we call Western acupuncture technology without the needles and pain. Simple as that. Okay. So that's why if you if you want people to understand better, you have to describe this in a layman term to them, not the scientific part of it. Okay. So how to use this? Let's say today I'm 50 years old. I use X39 and Aeon for at least 5 months to see gradual improvement in my overall health. Okay. So it's not to say that after using 5 months you stop, because this is a long-term use thing. It's like exercising. If you exercise regularly, even at 100 years old, you still have to do it, correct? Yeah. If you eat healthily, even at 100 years old, you still have to eat healthily, correct? Yeah. It's the same. It's the same logic. Okay. So it's a long-term use thing. The longer you use it, the better your health becomes. Yeah. So this is something that will save you a lot of problems going to hospitals, doctors, and taking a lot of medication. So where do we go from here, guys? Yeah. As I mentioned, balanced diet is very important. You sleep at least 7 hours a day. You supplement when necessary. You exercise regularly. You drink enough water, and you avoid things that degrade your health. Yeah. You make sure that you actually take the liberty and responsibility in your own health. Because if you're not healthy, you cannot take care of your family. Your family has to take care of you. Yeah. So let's all be responsible and let's all do our part. Yeah. So this is something that why do we need ourselves and our family to be healthy? Yeah. It's not because of the rising costs. Okay. So this is killing a lot of families as well. Money. Okay. Financially, a lot of people cannot afford medical costs anymore, private hospitals, okay? Because you look at the treatment costs, and this extract, I took it out from the Star newspaper in 2015. Can you imagine this? They wrote this in 2015. The six major illnesses: cataract, heart attack, knee replacement, cancer, stroke, kidney failure. In 2015, it was only 4 to 5 figures, the medical costs. In 2035, they estimated for the cost to go up to 6 to 7 figures. We are in 2026 and it's already 6 to 7 figures. Can you imagine this, guys? Insurance also cannot fully cover already. Yeah. So this is the rising cost that is very worrying. If you look at the hospitals, right, they are becoming bigger. They're becoming like five-star hotel. Wow, when you check in, if you go into ICU, you stay there for 2 weeks, it's at least 100,000, guys, the bill. It's crazy. It's really crazy. So a lot of people say prevention, like, oh, exercising, going to gym, the monthly subscription is expensive. The patches are expensive. But they don't think about the cost enough if you fall sick. Okay? So this is something that prevention is something that we do to minimize this damage. Yeah. And a lot of times, for example, if let's say stroke happens, we may never fully recover as well, no? So it's a burden to the family as well. Yeah. So you got to think about this. I've heard stories where people sell their house, their businesses to fund medical bills. Yeah. Have you guys heard of this? It's crazy, yeah. So this is something to really take note of, and I'm not saying this to scare people. I'm saying this in terms of spreading awareness. Because we human beings, we don't look too far ahead. Yeah, we only look what is in front of us. And we'll say that, yeah, insurance not important one. But it's actually pretty important also. Yeah. So we got to actually plan. This is what we call pre-planning. Everything we also we have to pre-plan. So don't wait for illnesses to start valuing wellness, guys. Yeah. So this is something that I always tell people. Sometimes it's really too late. Really. Yeah. So much money spent to save that person, but at the end also cannot. Yeah. So doctors are there to save lives. Okay. So we are very appreciative, but what we do for ourselves, we need to be responsible. Okay. So that's the end of my session. If you have any questions, you can always type in the chat box. And I hope you guys enjoy this little presentation. This is more in depth. And if you have many questions, go ahead and ask, okay? Don't be shy. We are learning all the time, okay? So I've got one question here. Let me see. Okay. Miss Lim, may I seek your advice regarding gout? Which type of patch is suitable to use and how should it be applied? Okay. Miss Lim, are you here? Let me see. Hi, Miss Lim, can I unmute you? I just need to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Hello. Hi, Miss Lim. Hi, Miss Lim. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Okay, Miss Lim, I can't hear you. It's okay. I just want to ask you a few questions. Maybe you can type it in the chat box. Okay. Has this person started using the patch? And if yes, for how long? Oh, it hasn't started. Okay, great. Now, so what happens is that for someone who suffer from gout, okay, they normally take a lot of gout medication and it's very painful. Okay, so for them to start, right, they start with X39 and Aeon. Yeah. So for places where, let's say, where's the gout attack? Is it the hands or the feet or the toes? Okay. So if let's say this is the feet, you can place near the patch where, let's say, the toe is X39 morning, Aeon at night. Yeah. So if it's really not bearable, you can add on IceWave together with the X39 or Aeon as well, morning and night. Yeah. So we have a lot of gout cases, actually very powerful, that even special diet, exercising a lot, um, like they cut meat, peanuts, beer, alcohol, and all that, the attack still comes. But after using the patch, right, X39 Aeon, for about 6 months, the crystals all starts to clear. Because gout is a formation of crystals that cannot be removed. Yeah. So that's why it's so powerful that if they are willing to try this for 6 months, just go ahead and do it. Yeah. So gout can be very, very painful. They have to go through it. Okay. Yes. Morning X39 for 12 hours, Aeon at night. Thank you, Miss Lim. Okay. Anyone else have questions? Yeah, you can always ask. Don't be shy. Type in the chat box. A minute. Yeah. Right. We have 15 minutes.
I'm Shirley.
Hello. Hello, Shirley. Yes.
I thought the carnosine was the one that actually relieves pain, and supposedly to use it together with Eon. Is it true?
It depends on what kind of pain. What kind of pain are you talking about?
Well, maybe a bit of arthritis here and there, muscle
Ah,
pain and all.
yeah, yeah. So for some people they add X39 Aeon and carnosine. It works for them. It works for them. But let's say for gout, gout is much more painful and the attacks are more regular. Ice wave is to actually kill the pain.
How
Yeah,
does
Shirley?
X39 and X49 work together?
Yes, X39 is the difference between X39 and X49. X39 is for overall your entire body stem cells rejuvenation. Now, X49 is a booster to X39. So when you add on X49, X49 is more targeted to the brain cells, to the bone cells, to the kidney cells, hair, nails, okay? So it's more targeted in that way. Yeah. So that's why it's a X49 is a booster to X39. You are advisable to use X39 with Aeon, but not just X49. Because X39 is still for the overall stem cells rejuvenation. You need that more than X49.
Is X39 and X49, does it target the heart, problem with the heart?
Yes, X49 especially for the heart.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Shadi. Right, let's see who else has questions. Is there any testimonial of glaucoma restoration? Okay, Chiang Wei, we have successful cases where glaucoma actually the condition improve. Restoration, no lah. Even medicine also cannot restore. You understand what I mean? But it can improve the vision. It can slow down the glaucoma. Yeah. So this is something that we need to be very mindful of because LifeWave is not a replacement to any kind of medical therapies, medication, nothing. It's a general wellness company. Yeah. So we cannot restore damaged vision or like damaged health. Yeah, but it can improve quality of life. Okay. Where to patch for both numb legs with X39 and Aeon? I have not started yet. Okay, hey, hi Julie, welcome to our LifeWave community. Okay, so for numb legs, you can patch it behind your neck first when you first start. Okay, because it's systemic. Systemic meaning that even if you patch it behind your neck, the entire body can benefit. Yeah. So this is something that if let's say your legs are numb all the time, okay, you can actually try that out first behind your neck. Yeah. X39 and Aeon also. Go ahead and try that first. Yeah, because you have not started, right? So that is the best way to start. Okay, Judy? All the best. Hope you can get started tonight itself, for Aeon. Yeah. X39 in the morning and Aeon at night. So X39, you patch it behind your neck for 12 hours. Nighttime, you take out the X39 and then you replace it with Aeon for 12 hours. Okay? All right. Caroline, yes, hello, hello. I have a friend who has chronic indigestion and acid reflux for more than a year. She's patching carnosine 6 finger above the belly button and X39 during the day and Aeon at night. She's been patching for about 1 month. She's still having acid reflux and indigestion. Does she need to add on some more patches? If so, where to patch? Okay, Caroline, we don't advise for her to add on any patches. As for indigestion and acid reflux, we need to understand how long has it been. Has it been years? So she has to be very patient with this, because it's not a something that can really happen overnight, especially when your digestive system is damaged already. Yeah. So like for myself, I used to have severe acid reflux. Yeah, my digestive system was very poor as well. So and I damaged it for about 15 years. I was on long-term medication. Yeah. So what happened was that when I started to stop all my Western medicine, I went into a lot of supplements. I thought by taking a lot of supplements, my gut issues can improve, but it did not improve as much. Yeah, just a little bit. I get lesser gastric, lesser acid reflux, and things like that. So when I stopped all my supplements and my Western medication, I started LifeWave patches. And after 7 months of using X39 and Aeon, everything started to clear. Of course, lifestyle has to change. You have to take care of your diet as well. So stress also contributes to indigestion problem. Yeah. So this is something that we all have to be very mindful of. and this person has to be very, very patient when they patch. Okay, so that's why you have to send this message across to them that nothing is fast. Fast means something is wrong one. Yeah, like medication can work very fast. Those days when I was taking medication every day, yeah, it only helped to relieve the symptoms. Yeah, but every day I have to take it. If I don't take it, it comes back, become worse. Yeah. So this is something to take note of. Okay. Sorry, Danielle. Sorry, X49 for the heart, where to patch. Okay. So X39 behind the neck. X49 can be together with X39 in the morning. X49 can be below the belly button. Okay. So this is something that I shared the diagram earlier. I share again now. Okay. Let's see. So this is the diagram that I shared earlier, how to patch. Can you see this, Daniel? Yeah. So X39 behind your neck and X49 below your belly button. Or either way also can. Did you get that? Okay. You can take a picture, yeah? All right, great. Okay, let's see. Yes. Eleanor, signals. X39 is like floodlight for the whole area. X49 is like spotlight for particular areas like corner. Oh, very good. Very good explanation, Eleanor. Thank you so much. Tula, while using the patches, can one continue losartan and valsartan? Yes. Please do not stop your medication. Whatever that you are doing, you are just adding LifeWave patches on top of what you are doing at the moment. Yeah. It's not meant to replace any medicine, any therapies, nothing. Okay. So you add on the patches, and 6 months, 1 year later, when you go for your blood test, your regular medical checkup, you let the doctor decide what to do. Yeah. Whether to reduce the dose of your medication, whether to cut it off completely. That one is up to them. Yeah. But you can see an improvement there after using it for 6 months, 1 year. All right. Okay, Daniel. Hi, Chin Hua. My mom has been using X39A and EE. Her legs condition has improved a lot. But strangely, the pain seemed to travel around her body. Any suggestion? Also, people with autism, other than X39 A1, what do you recommend? Okay, Danielle. Okay. Danielle, can I just unmute you for a while? Let me unmute you. I just need to ask you a couple of questions here. Hi, Danielle.
Yep.
Hi, Danielle.
Yeah, can you
Yes,
hear me?
yes, I can hear you. Okay, can I just check with you? For
Mm-hmm.
your mom, how long has she been using X39 Aeon and E?
Um, X39 and Aeon has been using quite a while already. I think at least 1-2 years. But the thing is, like, in the past, she doesn't patch it as like didn't use it every day or not using it
Uh-huh.
correctly. Yeah.
Right, right.
So only lately, after I checked with Jinlong, then she started to eat the rice, make sure she eat rice every day, and
Yeah,
also drink enough water.
yeah.
So she is able to sleep through the night, which is really amazing for her age. She's 80 this year. So
Wow,
and then
congratulations.
yeah, and then the legs seems to improve a lot, really a lot. But the pain in her body is like traveling around, which is very interesting.
What is the problem with the leg issue?
Um, when she was younger, because she stand a lot, so basically, it's like very weak. Doesn't can't stand for long now. And then even when if she sit down, when she try to stand up, right, somebody will have to actually, or she need to hold on to something to really stand straight. So, but
Okay.
lately has been improved fair bit.
Fantastic. So the EE, when do you add it on and where do you patch it?
EE only added about a month ago. Yeah.
A month ago. Okay. Where do
Yeah.
you patch it?
So initially when we patch it was around the lower back.
Yes.
Yeah, lower back
Yeah.
area. So I was
So that she
finding
patched EE every day.
the most painful spot
Uh-huh.
to
Okay.
do that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, she's using it every day. Now she really believe in it. Like sometimes even on her legs she have like different patches.
Fantastic. So like after patching EE, she felt that
Mm.
the pain travel around the body.
Yeah. I mean,
Ah,
yeah, I don't think it's because of EE. I think before that she always make this remark like, getting old already lah. This thing is everything is deteriorating. So
right. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. The thing is that with EE, right, what happens is that it actually improves the blood circulation even more. So when people have high inflammation, especially older generations, when they used to stand so much, right? So what happens is that when you use EE, when the blood is trying to clear the path, right, you can feel pain here and there one. But you don't know what's the underlying cause. It's just inflammation. So what she needs to do is just to continue to patch and slowly, right, all this pain will slowly get lesser and lesser.
Okay. I'll let
Yeah.
her know. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
you
it's
just reassure her.
it's very good that she seems to believe it now, like
Fantastic.
faithfully patching, which is good.
Fantastic. Well done, well done. Yeah. So is Shirley your mom just now? She asked?
No.
Oh, this is a different one. Okay, okay. All right, got it. So thank you. Thank you for sharing, Danielle. Hello. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Yes, there's one more question that you asked, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I answered your question now for your mother one, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so another one for people with autism, other than accident Aeon, right? How long has this person been patching and what's the age?
In the 20s, and then been not consistent.
Not
Lately
consistent.
seems to be really, I mean, have been consistently using only
I see.
over the last few weeks.
Right, right. So, do you notice any changes with this person, particularly in terms of behavior, in terms of mood? Like, when she patches,
Mm,
it becomes more calm.
not really in that regards, but then one thing I realized is like, at the back of the neck, right? Last
Mm,
time used to be very hard. I find like, like very
mm,
stiff.
mm.
Now it seems to be
Yeah.
a lot softer. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, okay. So, this for now, she should just use X9 Aeon, right? Just continuously. Because it's good enough to feel something already one.
Okay.
Yeah, no need to add on anything else. Just X9 Aeon first. For at least consistently, at least 3 months.
Okay. So after 3 months, then I'll check with you again. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. After 3 months, normally for autism, they add on carnosine. Carnosine is very good for focus,
But
brain.
where to patch when if you
Carnosine
cannot?
normally just behind the neck also, together with X39, just one on top of the other another.
So no, I mean specific spot, right? It's just that bone that. But then
Okay.
I realized that when I use it, my
Mm.
skin get very sensitive. I mean, as for
Yeah.
myself.
So don't patch it on the same spot. It may burn the skin. Move it down anywhere along your spine. Let your skin breathe and recover.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Next, let's look at who's this? Hang on a minute. Okay. Irene Chan, my sister has osteoporosis. Patch where the inclination down is 45 degrees. Any testimony for osteoporosis to lift up to certain degrees from 45? Okay, Irene, we do have osteoporosis testimonials. And the thing is that with inclination of 45 degrees, is basically a bone degeneration since bad posture since younger days. And I say this is because my aunt has this issue. It's very difficult for the bones to actually lift up again one. And it's also due to age. The the older you are, the more bendy you are. So then your bone starts to be less stronger, you see. But what the patches can actually do is to not further deteriorate the condition so much, yeah, or to slow down. But you talk about to lift up a certain degree from 45 degrees, I think you can try, but it's going to be very, very difficult. So I don't want to promise you that as well. Yeah. And where to patch? Okay. Irene Chan, let me just unmute you. Irene. Hello, Irene.
Hello.
Hi, Irene.
Hi.
Yes. May I know what is your sister's age?
77.
Yeah, 77. Okay. And she's been in this condition for how long?
About few years already.
Few years lah. Okay. Has she started patching?
Yes.
For how long?
About 3 months.
3 months lah. Just X39 Aeon?
Yes. She also patched her knee because her knee, the cartilage weaning off,
Right.
according to the doctor.
Right. Okay.
She also
So
did the knee protocol.
knee protocol, what did she patch on the knee?
Because the upline gave the location Aeon on the inner, I think Aeon on the knee inner, and then glutathione on the outer
Right.
part of the, and then in the middle, if I can remember, is either the Aeon, it's either the carnosine or carnosine, I think, or X39 on the kneecap.
Yeah, understand. Okay.
And then
so in this 3 months.
inner side behind the knee is X49.
Okay. All right. Okay. So in these 3 months, what progress did you notice about your sister?
The knee seems to have reduction in the pain.
Fantastic.
Reduction in the
Yep.
pain, but then I was thinking, if she does it on the, has what does she need to do osteoporosis protocol or just general like X39 and Aeon like this? Or is there a specific protocol for osteoporosis to not to deteriorate further?
She's using X49 every day, right?
No, X49 is for the knee behind, for the her knee is pain, no more cartilage.
I see. But is she using X49 every day?
X49 for the knee at the back. Yes.
Yeah. Every day lah. Okay. X49, the main function of X49 is to also strengthen our bones. Yeah. So bone density can actually increase because X49 actually can elevate the density of our bone cells. So if you're already using X49 behind the knee, it's fine. It's fine. What you can do, where do you put your X39 for your sister?
For the knee. Or
X39 is on the knee also.
If she wants to do the specific protocol on the knee, but I asked her to also put X39 on the neck, behind the neck.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So even you put the X49 behind the knee, right, it will still have benefit for the entire system one.
I see.
Yeah. So nothing to worry about.
So if you put X39 on the knee front and X49 behind the knee, do you still need to put an X39 behind the neck?
Actually, no need lah, because if you put X39 on your knee, right, it will still have benefit for your entire system.
Oh, it doesn't mean that it's localized.
Yeah, no, it's not localized one.
Okay.
It has benefit for the entire system.
But
it's just that when there's pain,
but the meridian points are correct lah.
Yeah.
The X39 is on the front part of the knee lah.
Yeah, correct.
The carnosine no need lah.
Carnosine need. You are also putting carnosine, right?
Yeah, but
the knee protocol has carnosine.
If I'm not wrong, the carnosine is just a way off below the knee.
Yeah, that's fine. No problem. So is carnosine, Aeon, glutathione the triangle on your knee?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then you add on X39 and X49. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay.
So for the osteoporosis, I tell her we'll just don't need to do anything. Those procedures just put X39 behind the neck can already lah.
Correct, correct.
There's nothing much to be
You
done.
take a picture. You got take a picture or not of side view.
Ah,
The 45 degrees. You take a picture every
yes.
single month and compare and see.
I see, okay. But so far, no testimony lah,
Testimonial
of this osteoporosis, whether it's a lesser gradient, that it has improved slightly, tilted up, no.
gradient. I am not sure, but bone density, yes.
I see.
Bone density, yes. Gradient, I'm not sure. You can if there's any, we can send it to the group lah. Jinong will also share one.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
what
So
about if
that's why it's
people,
important.
but she also has very numbness on the, numbness at the base sole of the foot,
Okay. Numbness at the base of the sole of the foot every day.
intermittently, quite often. So
Oh,
she went to see the GP. The GP says that it is, she checked her blood, there's no lack of magnesium or
yeah.
vitamin D. So the GP say it is, it's a blood circulation.
Right. Yeah. So normally people that are the bone structures like that, right? It will affect the nerve one.
Oh, I see.
It will affect the nerve one definitely because your bone structure is already pending, ma. Yeah. So it passes on the nerve.
I see. But I've got a friend who is a user of LifeWave patches, also have a similar, but she doesn't have osteoporosis of the bending of the spine. But yet she has intermittent numbness, under the foot.
Yeah. Everyone's condition is different one. That's why it also depends whether maybe it's a spine issue, maybe it's something that is the structure of the bone. Maybe the feet structure is different.
Oh, but how
So
do we
there are a
correct?
lot of different reasons. Huh?
How do we use LifeWave patch to to reduce the numbness over
You can use
time?
ice wave below your feet.
Oh, below the feet. Okay.
Yeah.
One on the white on the right and the one on the left. If you have both sides.
Yeah, correct.
One on the right and one on the left.
Yeah.
What the right side is the white, the left is the tan color.
Yeah,
The left.
correct.
So I see. That's all you need to do.
Yeah. So that's why the main thing is still the bone structure lah. That one,
Okay. So
even for numbness, right? It can only help temporary only one.
You see.
Yeah lor.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Even
Thank you,
for
Irene.
cramps also, even for cramps on the thigh, the lower calf cramps at night.
Yeah.
For myself, I got cramps at night on the lower calf.
Actually, cramps. You know what's very good for cramps? Aeon at the cramp spot.
Okay.
Yeah. So tonight, if let's say you get cramps every night.
Normally it's like that. I find that because when I sleep, I'm a side sleeper, left side sleeper. So when I tend to curl my legs when I sleep, and then when I stretch it, wow, the cramp can be very acute, When I stretch
Yeah.
it, suddenly the cramp can be very acute,
Yeah.
and it
So
is
that's why
intermittent.
yeah. Tonight, before you sleep, you patch one Aeon at the cramp site. Then you go and sleep.
I see.
You
Okay.
try that. Okay.
Okay. I try. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Jane, is it? Tendon for the knee is weak. As a result, when walking, the bottom of my right kneecap is pain and can't walk or stand for long hours. I'm 70 years old. I have used Accident Aeon for 3 months. Oh, Jane, can I just unmute you, Jane?
Hello.
Hi, Jane.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, thank you for your
Just
question.
want to check whether I should add on EE or should I add on X49?
Okay, for your bottom of your right kneecap is pain. Is due to
Yeah.
why? What, your cartilage or what is it? You checked before?
Yeah, because the Chinese doctor was saying it's a tendon.
Yeah, tendon.
You know
Only tendon.
the kneecap on the front, usually you can turn, you will be very mobile.
Yeah.
But mine is not really that mobile. So when you
I see.
walk, the right leg knee bottom inner part is
Okay.
pain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
actually, I did go for acupuncture. And I still going for the acupuncture. Besides, I paid patching for the 39 and the Aeon.
Right.
So
Okay.
I'm just
Where do
wondering
you
whether
patch?
should I add on X49 or should I add on EE?
Okay. Where do you patch your X39 Aeon now?
When I have a knee pain, then I'll patch the 39
Ah,
at the spot.
yes.
And the
Okay.
Aeon, I
Yeah.
patch it in the night at the back of the neck.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So what you do now is that every day you patch your X39 and Aeon at your pain spot.
I did try that for the last 1 week, but it
Oh, 1 week
doesn't
now.
really help much too.
Okay. All right. So do you have ice wave with you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Oh, you suggest I use an ice wave.
Yes, because your situation is not a cartilage issue. It's more on tendon, which will recover on its own one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one, ice wave, is to also reduce the inflammation and kill the pain.
So where shall I place a ice wave
You paste it at the pain spot.
pain spot?
Your brown patch, you paste it at the most painful spot, and then the white patch just right beside it.
Oh, okay.
Ice
Okay.
wave comes in pair one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then does what should I say? This is a tendon thing, is it? So, but what happened, because the doctor also cannot tell whether it's a cartilage or the tendon.
Yeah.
But to me, they say that they ask me to eat more protein
Yeah.
and more egg.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether is it a tendon or cartilage. None the Western or the Chinese doctor can tell me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why for you, what you need to focus on right now, right, is just to continue to patch and see what happens in the next 2, 3 months and see. Yeah.
Oh,
You
like
add on the ice
another
wave.
3 months. But
Yeah.
because when I started patch it is because when I was vertigo, I
Ah.
have a vertigo. Then
Mm.
I got this introduced by my sister.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I start patching and I find good sleep. Then I get less stress and of course initially have some crisis lah.
Yeah.
Like say stomach upset, go toilet a lot. But then after that, it seems that improving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that the recovery stage is taking very slow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct. Yeah.
yeah.
That's why you got
So
to give
and
you
I
some time.
also have the Western doctor was saying that the kidney got blood bubbles.
Got blood in the
Blood
kidney.
bubbles.
Oh, bubbles. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but because I'm patching, so I postponed the visit to next month because it's
Yeah.
originally was January. I postponed it to April. So I do not know
Yeah.
whether it will affect the result later.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you think that it will affect the result?
I don't know, but you can give it some time first before you
You
go
see,
for
the
the
thing
test.
here is when you go to Western doctor,
Yeah.
if you get increased, they will ask you, oh, you must come back and review again. Every time review, review, and
Yeah.
review.
That's why you don't need to go and check so often, man, because even with the patching, I can tell you that 3 months, you can feel that there are improvement in your body already.
Yeah,
So
correct.
if you give it like 6 months only, go and test also not late. You
Uh,
understand what I mean?
yeah.
Because if you test so often, the results only gonna be
Yeah,
very
that's why I don't want to go. But then the thing here is, if you stop it, then next time when you go, they will start all over again. So I keep on
ah,
postponing.
yeah. But your
Yeah.
kidneys are fine, right? It's just that you producing more bubbles when you urine,
No, the thing is, initially they can find that there is a urine in blood. So it's only
Okay,
very
urine,
low.
blood in
It's about
urine.
34.
Okay,
So then later they say go to see neurologist lah, what nephrology lah.
right.
Then you come up with more and more that say,
Yeah,
oh, must see this doctor, must scan this, must do that. You see. So
yeah.
which that's why I start using LifeWave through my sister's introduction.
Ah,
Mm.
your kidney function is okay, right?
Yeah, the function is okay. Yeah.
Then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, that's why I thought that I can just ignore it lah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I just
You
focus
don't have
on
to
the knee
because
lor.
yeah, because you go and test, then they're going to ask you to do more tests. Then no point because your kidneys are okay.
Yeah, correct. Because the kidney function they show up is okay. It's just that they found that blood in the urine, that's all.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
will clear over time if they can't find anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's
So
just infection, not normal infection.
yeah, correct. And then so what you suggest is I use the ice wave.
Yeah.
Is it?
On
Yeah.
top of the X39 AM.
Okay. All right.
Okay, all
Okay.
right.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jane. Okay. All right, thank you. Okay,
Thank
John.
you.
Yes, John Su. Hello. For heavy snoring, what can we do with LifeWave patches? Okay, John, maybe can I unmute you? See, John. Hi, John. Hi,
Hi, Chin Hua.
John.
Thank you,
Hi,
Chin
how are
Hua.
you?
I'm good.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm actually asking on behalf of one of my brand partner. She's actually patching.
Okay.
Her husband is not patching. Husband
Right.
doesn't want to patch. So husband snore heavily, and it actually disturbs her sleep and also will affect her healing. So let's say if you want to convince the husband to use lively patches, what should we start with?
X39 Aeon.
Just use these two.
Start with the basic. That's all that they need to do.
Roughly how long will it take to heal?
It really depends. If someone is snoring for how long already? How many years?
Sorry, I didn't ask her.
Yeah. So
But
you need to
since
find out because snoring is normally developed for many, many years one.
mm,
Yeah. So that's number one. Snoring can be due to a sinus issue, can be due to a lot of airways issue. So it really depends. And LifeWave patches cannot specifically target snoring. You understand what I mean? But it can help to improve the breathing during sleeping. Yeah. So for you to be able to tackle this issue, you need to divert their attention to not just snoring alone. What other health issues, challenges do this person has? Right? Because if you directly tell them that LifeWave can help with snoring, their expectation will just be on snoring alone. You understand what I mean? So if that doesn't work out, they will say that the patches don't work. Yeah. Because snoring is very subjective. Because if let's say an overweight problem can also cause snoring. So if they don't reduce their weight, then the snoring keeps continuing. Yeah. So you need to check with them what other health challenges does the husband has besides snoring. Then you can recommend them X39 Aeon to start with. But you cannot directly say that the snoring can improve over time. We cannot guarantee that also. Yeah, but try lah, no harm lah. But other aspects of the health can be improved lah.
Okay. Thank you, Chin Hua.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you, John. Yeah, try that. Let us know. Thank you. Okay. Miley. Hello, Miley. My friend asked those with sinus how to patch. Miley, let me just unmute you. Hi, Miley. Hello, Miley.
Hello, Chin Hua.
Hi, Miley.
Hi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your friend
Is that?
started patching already or not?
No, it's my friends.
Oh, haven't started patching
Yeah.
lah.
So it's
Okay.
just ask a question like that lah. So I
Yeah.
just sort of help her to ask.
Yeah.
I know that the answer is will be start with X39 Aeon, right?
Yeah. It starts with X39 Aeon. Now, sinus is an inflammation at your T zone here, this part. Yeah. So it affects the eye, the ears, and the nose. Okay. So if you can try Aeon here at night and sleep, it will help to clear the inflammation over time. And X39 behind the neck in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can go ahead and try that.
Yeah, can you repeat again? I just record and then
Sure.
send to my friend. Yeah.
Yeah, Aeon here at the third eye here.
Mm-hmm.
Here, it can clear the inflammation over time at your T-zone.
Oh.
Because sinus is largely based on inflammation of this T-zone. Okay.
Mm.
And then that is at night. Morning is X39 behind the neck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can ask them to try this way out first.
Mm-mm.
Because sinus, a lot of them they have allergy, like watery eyes or watery nose, Sometimes they have all these attacks called sneezing and stuff like that. So it can help
Mm-hmm.
to reduce the allergy over time.
Oh. So that basically is the patching. What about diet wise? Need to do any changes kind of thing?
Don't always be in like cold temperature lor. Like aircon don't directly blow to the face, especially
Mm.
when sleeping. That's number one. And
Mm.
then normally they are more sensitive to dust and like allergens like that will trigger the inflammation one.
Mm.
Food and all that really not really also food, but environment factor.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah,
Okay. So
yeah.
yeah, I actually asked my friend to share with her friends 1 month patch and then see how they. So now is a good suggestion that the Aeon to put just at the third eye lah, instead of at the neck there. Yeah.
Let them try that
Okay.
position first.
Okay. Good. Good.
Yeah, it will
Can
help
I
one way
let
or
him know?
another one. Okay, all right.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
thank you. Bye-bye. iPhone, what patches to use for feet swollen? iPhone 14. Let's see. Hi, iPhone 14. Can I unmute you to ask a couple of questions? Hello, iPhone 14. Are you there? iPhone 14. Okay, swollen feet. Is it due to injury or water retention? Because different kind of swelling. Swollen feet for water retention, normally there's no pain. And if there is swelling all the time, normally it's due to medication or heart issue, these two things. Okay. So you try, you use Aeon on the swollen feet. Yeah, just patch Aeon on the swelling area. It will start to reduce one. I have someone who is on a lot of medication, has heart issue and all that. When their feet is always swollen because of water retention. Okay. So when they actually patch the Aeon on the feet, the swelling reduces, the water retention goes away. But it will come back one. Because this is an ongoing thing. So that's why when they're consistent enough to patch X39 Aeon, they can actually detox the body faster. The water retention will start to clear. Hello, iPhone 14? Yeah. So that is the two different categories of swelling feet lah. One is injury pain. One is water retention. Okay, so you can go ahead and try that. All right, thank you. John, thank you. Crop out this portion. Yes, sure, I can do that. Let me see how to upload the PowerPoint. Irene Chan, can patch while undergoing chemo for lung X39 or need to use other patches as well? Patch where if other patches? Okay, Irene, for people that are ongoing chemo, stick to X39 and Aeon only. Yeah, behind the neck. Still behind the neck, okay? All right, every day. So the thing is that with people that are going on chemo, when they use the patches, right, their body can rejuvenate faster to prepare them for the next chemo. So then they don't feel so tired. They got the appetite, they got the energy, so they can sleep. Most importantly is they can eat. Yeah. So X39 Aeon behind the neck is very good for people that are going for chemo. Okay, go ahead and try that. Okay, 720845. Chin Hua, for COPD patient, what to patch and where? Okay, 72045. Hello. Hi. 72045. Can I just unmute you to ask you a couple of questions? Okay. COPD is basically lung issue lah, okay? So you still patch it if this person has not started patching, you can patch the X39 and Aeon here. Yeah. Here, the midway here, the sternum. I'll show you right here. Okay. X39 morning, Aeon at night. Yeah, you can go ahead and try that. Okay. Tay, can Aeon be put on the left leg? Yes, Aeon can be put anywhere. Anywhere on your body. If you've got pain, then you just patch where the Aeon is. Okay? Alright. Tay, is there a specific reason that you want to patch it on your left leg? Can I just unmute you? Hello, Tay.
Yeah, there's Chin Hua, there's a skin issue, there's a something like growth,
Oh.
dark patches.
Oh,
I can patch
what
on
kind
it,
of
right?
growth? What kind of growth is it? Is it painful
Nothing
or is it?
specific, just a mark, red color mark, something like a don't know how to say, a red color mark.
Not painful, nothing lah. Then it's fine. You can patch it beside it.
Beside okay.
You can patch your X39 morning beside it and Aeon at night also.
Okay.
Yeah, it will clear quite fast one.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. All right, guys, we completed all the questions. Thank you for all the questions, and thank you for tuning in tonight. So I hope you guys learned something. And on behalf of Super Wednesday team, Alfred, Mr. Lingam, and Pochu, we say thank you for you guys to come in and support us every Wednesday, and hope that you can also invite your family and friends to be able to come in and learn something together. Yeah. So this is something that we really truly enjoy doing, and we hope to contribute even more in 2026. Yeah. So if you have any questions, you can come in tomorrow. Jinlong will be on for open mic, so you can ask questions, and he will excite you with his answers as well. Yeah, we all learn so much from him as well, this young man. Okay. So for the rest of you, thank you and good night. We'll be back next Wednesday, and I hope that you guys will have a great week ahead. Okay. So good night and thank you. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Hope you guys learned something. Yeah. All right. Thank you.